Right. So let's begin with the prayers as always. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. All right. So till now we have seen what are all the qualifications that are fit for that a student of Vedanta or a seeker should cultivate in their life, and we also saw that those should be seen only as a checklist for our own self, and we should not be trying to apply it and check whether others are having it. Okay, so we saw all that till now. Today we are just going to see only one verse where a lot of new terms will be introduced, and the next 15 verses are going to be detailed explanation of this one verse. Okay, but today we are going to see this one verse a little bit in detail, because this kind of sets the tone for what is to come for pretty much the next 5-6 classes at least. All right, so we will see what that is. So in the last this thing we saw, what is Tattvabodha? That there the term Atma was introduced, right? Atma Satyam Tadanyat Sarvam Mityeti. This is what we saw in last class. And the new term that was not explained was Atma. So today we'll be taking it up from there, and we will be saying what is Atma. So that verse is Atma Kaha. Stula Sukshma Sharirad Vyatirikta Panchakoshatita San Avastatraya Sakshi Satchitananda Swarupa San Yastishtati Sa Atma. So here it is being asked, what is Atma? So for that the explanation is that which is not composed, or that which is different from the Stula Sukshma Sharira, that which is different from the 5 sheets of the body, and that which is the witness to the 3 states, and that whose nature is that of Sat Chitan Ananda, that is called Atma. So this is the definition of Atma. See how many new terms are being introduced, and that too, like for example, Stula Sukshma, and there is also Karna Sharira here. Panchakosha, there are 5 sheets, and each sheet will be a new term that we are going to see. We will be seeing each of this in detail in the coming verse, but today we are only going to see this verse. Okay, so this is the definition of Atma. Technically speaking, we cannot explain Atma, right? It doesn't fit into any definition. That's why there is like so much of, I won't say struggle, maybe so much of mysticism surrounding it, because it cannot be explained in black and white. You know what? This is what Atma is. You can't really very clearly say it in black and white. Whereas what we can do is we can try to negate what all is not the Atma, and whatever is left behind, that is the Atma. That is what we are doing here. This also we saw in the previous class, like how we have so many conditionings. And by removing all these conditionings, like peeling the onion layer by layer, we are going to remove all the conditionings that we are subjecting the Atma to. And by taking away all that, what is left behind, that is called as the Atma. So this is how we are going to approach the nature of the truth. This is how we are going to approach our own nature. When we say truth, when we say self, when we say Brahman, when we say Atma, all these indicate our own self, it indicates our own nature. Okay, that is why we are doing this, right? Otherwise, who cares about what is the truth or what is the self or what is Atma? We don't really bother, right? So it is about ourselves that we are studying here. So the first thing that is said is Stula Sukshma Karana Sharira Vyatirikta. So that which is different from the Stula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, and Karana Sharira. So the human body is not just the physical body that we see. All right, we also have something called as the subtle body, and we have something called as the causal body. It is available for all of our cognizance, and we experience this. It is just a way in which we are categorizing the vehicle through which we are experiencing the world. Stula means gross, that which is available for perception through all 5 sense organs, isn't it? So this gross body, this physical body, we can touch it, we can see it, it occupies space, it has weight, it is dense, we can smell it, we can tap it and we can hear the sound. It is available for the perception of all our 5 senses. So this is called as Stula Sharira. So this is what we say, oh, this person is fat, this person is thin, he is tall, she is short, the man, women, age that we say, young, old, all this are conditionings of the gross body or the Stula Sharira. We also have, and the Stula Sharira is available for cognizance of everyone around us, right? If this physical body is there, everybody can see it, everybody can perceive it, everybody can see that Aruna is standing there, isn't it? So this is available for everybody's perception. So Atma is not this gross body. All right, remember, that's why we are studying. We are going to negate what all is not the Atma, not the Atma. We are negating. That's why we are studying this. All right. Okay. Second Sharira, or the second body that we have, is called as the subtle body or Sukshma Sharira. So subtle means it is obviously not available for our sensory perception, all right? But we are aware of our subtle body. Subtle body is comprised of our mind matter, right? Thank God this mind matter is only available for our own perception. And thank God we can't perceive what is there in the subtle body of others also, right? Otherwise we will all just go crazy. So the Sukshma Sharira is nothing but our mind. We are always aware of the mind, but we are not able to perceive the mind through the senses, isn't it? You are aware of your thoughts, you are aware of your emotions, you are aware of your decisions, you are aware of the logic and reasoning that is going on inside your mind, but you are not able to touch or see or smell or taste your mind, isn't it? So this is the subtle body that we have, and we all are aware of it, right? We all know that we have the subtle body. It's just a way of classification, that's all right? And the Atma is not this subtle body also. Beyond these two, the gross body and the subtle body, we have an other body called the causal body or the Karana Sharira. Okay, this is the third one. This we will see very much in detail in the coming verses, but this, as of now, know that the Karana Sharira is the seed from which this subtle body and gross body manifests. Okay, so causal body is always in the unmanifest form. It is like a seed. It has all the tendencies, just like how a seed of the mango has all the tree, all the branches, all the leaves, all the flowers, all the fruits that the tree is capable of producing when planted in the right condition and nurtured to growth. Similarly, our Karana Sharira has all the aspects of this gross body and subtle body, okay? But it is in the unmanifest form, all right? And this is also available for us. We will see when we can access this causal body when we see about the 3 states. Okay. So it is said that this causal body is also not the Atma. So we've seen the first part of it. What is Atma? It is said Stula, Sukshma, Karana, Sharirat, Vyatirikta. Vyatirikta means not this. We are negating it. Okay. So it is not a part of this gross, subtle or causal body. Next, it is saying Pancha Kosha Titaha, that which is beyond the 5 sheets. 5 sheets is also similar to this 3 types of body only, but we are classifying it in a slightly different manner. We all have, just like how we do layering of clothes, right? In winter, we wear a thermal wear, then we wear a t-shirt, then we wear a jacket, and then we wear an overcoat, and then finally we bundle it up with muffler and whatnot. So like that, another way of classifying this body, when I say body, it is gross, subtle, causal, all put together, okay? Because we are using all of this in our everyday life, isn't it? Another way to classify it is the Panchakosha, the 5 sheets. Again, we will go from the grossest to the subtlest, okay? The grossest of the 5 sheet is called Annamaya Kosha. Kosha means sheet, okay? Annamaya Kosha means food sheet. What is the food sheath? The gross body, right? Whatever we eat becomes this gross body, and this physical body that is available for sensory perception is made of nothing but food. All right, so that is why it is called Annamaya Kosha. Second sheath, little more subtler than that, is called the Pranamaya Kosha. All right. Pranamaya Kosha is the vital air sheath. So this guides all our physiological activities. When we say prana, we immediately associate with breath. No, prana is the vital life force. And we will see what are the different types of pranas. All that will also be explained in the coming verse. But as of now, know that we have various physiological systems, isn't it? We have the digestive system, reproductive system, circulatory system, neuroskeletal system, blah, blah, blah. So many systems are there, right? It is not the actual organs that we are talking about, but the energy that is making these systems function. The energy is more subtle, no, than the organs. The organs come under the Annamaya Kosha. This comes under the Pranamaya Kosha. The vital air sheath, which guides all our physiological activities. The third is called the Manomaya Kosha, or the mental sheath, where all our emotions reside. Okay. The mind is, again, in the 3 types of bodies, we saw that the subtle body has mind matter, right? Here, the mind itself is again classified into Manomaya Kosha and Vijnanamaya Kosha, mental sheath, which has all our emotions. All right. And then we have something called as the Vijnanamaya Kosha, which is the intellectual sheath, where all our decision-making capacities, where the intellect of the body itself resides, right? There is some beautiful intellect that is guiding the body to function, right? It is not under our cognizance how this brain works, how the digestion happens, how excretion happens. We are not the intelligence that is operating this body. The body itself has one intelligence that is running it, right? So that part is called as the Vijnanamaya Kosha, or the intellectual sheath. And here is only where we have the notion of doership. I did this. I am going to do this. I suffered. I am having pain. I am happy. All this I keeps coming. No, it is from this sheet. This is the 4th of the 5 sheets. And the last one is called Anandamaya Kosha, or the bliss sheet. Anandamaya Kosha and causal body are the same. All right, these 2 are the same. So 3 bodies, the 3 bodies that we saw are the gross body, subtle body, causal body. Stula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, Karana Sharira. The same 3 things only we are categorizing differently as 5 sheets. First one is Annamaya Kosha as the gross body. Subtle body has the 3 sheets, the Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, and Vijnanamaya Kosha. The vital air sheath, mental sheath, intellectual sheath. Okay. And then the last one, Karana Sharira, has the 5th sheath, which is the bliss sheath, Anandamaya Kosha. All right. So know this as of now. Everything we'll be seeing it in much more detail in the coming verses. Okay. Till now, is this clear? Any doubts thus far? Do you want me to repeat anything one more time? All right. I'm assuming you all are clear. Okay. So next, we are going to see about the 3 states of consciousness. Okay, so we have seen Stula, Shukshma, Karana, Sharira, Vyatiriktaha, Panchakoshatitaha. These 2 we have seen. These are not the Atma. That's why we are seeing this. Okay, because Atma cannot be directly defined. We are just negating what all is not the Atma. So what all is not the Atma? The 3 types of bodies, the 5 sheets that we have, all these are not the Atma. Then they are saying Avastatraya Sakshi. What is the 3 states of consciousness? Avastatraya, not Avastai. Okay, though we are undergoing Avastai only in all these 3 states. Avastha is the state of consciousness. There are three states of consciousness through which the entire gamut of human experiences comprised. What are the three states? One is the waking state, where we go through our everyday life, day-to-day activities. We go through the waking state. The next is the dream state. All right, daydreaming, not the daydreaming. When we go to sleep, we have dreams, right? So that is the dream state. The third one is the deep sleep state. So these are the three states of consciousness in which the entire gamut of human experience happens, isn't it? Is there anything beyond these three that we are experiencing in our everyday life? No, right? Only in these three planes of consciousness we are functioning now. All right. So what is Atma is? Atma is not the doer in any of these three states. Rather, the Atma is the one that is the witness in all these three states. That is what is said here. Avastatraya Sakshi. All right. So we will see what it means. So the three states, the waking state is called the Jagrat Avastha. So here we experience the gross world through our senses. That's how we experience the world, right? We get in sensory information, then we process it and we give our output also. This is the Jagrat Avastha. The next is the dream state, which is the Swapna Avastha. Just like how the Jagrata, just like how our gross body is available for perception of everyone, Jagrata Avastha also pretty much offers a similar kind of sensory inputs to the people, right? Sun is the same for everybody, moon is the same for everybody, earth is the same for everybody. Climatic conditions may differ, but in a very, in a very high level, we can say that the inputs that we receive, the sensory inputs for the gross world is similar for almost all human beings. All right. But the dream state is like our mental, the subtle body, right? It is accessible, available for our own experience and perception only. All right. And remember, when we are dreaming, we have created the entire dream world, right? The buildings, the people that come there, the grass, the sun, the moon, whatever else, whatever monsters, whatever divine creatures, you know, something like even we wouldn't even think that it is possible will be there in the dream world, isn't it? So all that is our own creation, isn't it? We are only creating the dream world, right? And we are also experiencing the dream world. We may not remember it, but sometimes we will remember, but mostly we will not even remember what our dreams were. But every day we spend some time in this dream world. Okay, so this is the second one, which is the Swapna Avastha. The third is the deep sleep state, which is the Sushupti Avastha. We are completely conked off, no dream, no input, no output, nothing. We are just there. We don't know what happens in the deep sleep state, but when we wake up, we feel very refreshed and happy and recharged, isn't it? So these are the three states of experiences that are available to us. Here, the most important thing that we have to note is no two states can be simultaneously experienced. If you're in deep sleep, you can't experience the waking world, the Jagrata Avastha, you can't experience. If you're in the waking state, you can't access the dream state. If you're in the dream state, you can't access the other two, isn't it? They mutually negate each other. Only when we wake up from the dream state, we will be able to experience this awakened state, isn't it? Same way, none of the two states can coexist at the same time. So here they are saying Atma is the one which is the witness of all these three states. All right. In deep sleep state, I know that I have slept soundly. Though I am not aware of it when I am in the deep sleep state, after that, I wake up and I say, oh, I had a very deep sleep. Who was witnessing that? Isn't it? When you dream, you know you had dreamed. In the dream world, we ourselves will fall, we will run, we will do all these things, but then we come back and say, oh, you know what, I had this dream. So who was witnessing that dream? sorry, similarly, when we are going through this everyday activities, we still know that it is me that is going through all these activities, isn't it? Someone is witnessing all these three, and they are able to knit it all together and say, hey, you know what? It was you who experienced the waking state. It was you who experienced the dream state. And it was you who experienced the deep sleep state. And all these yous are the same person only. Somebody is watching all this and saying, no, that witness is Atma. We will see more about this in detail when we are seeing the three states. And we will also see that the state of awareness of the self is beyond these three. Okay, that will also come in the later verse. But as of now, know that the three states are waking, dream, deep sleep. And Atma is the one that is witnessing these three states. Clear? Any doubts in this? Are you all in agreement that we have only these three planes of consciousness available for our experience, right? Our entire life, we are experiencing only in these three things: waking, dream, and deep sleep. All right? And we are not the experiencer, we are the witness happening from the witness that is seeing the three states, that is the Atma. All right. And the last part of this verse is Satchidananda Swarupa San Ya Tishtati Sa Atma. So what is the self? That which is other than the gross, subtle, and causal bodies. We have seen beyond the 5 sheets. We have seen the witness of the 3 states of consciousness. That also we have seen. And it is of the nature of existence, consciousness, and bliss. Again, we will see this also in detail in the coming verses. But as of now, let's just quickly see what is existent consciousness. Satchit Ananda, Satchidananda, Satchidananda Swarupa, Sa Atma. So, Sat is existence, isn't it? Pure existence. When we say nothing is there, that isness is there, no? You're saying nothing is there. There is nothing. So that isness, which is the substratum for all existence, that is the Sat, that is the existence part of the Atma. All right? Just know this for now. We will be seeing it in detail. So Sat means the existence principle. That isness, whenever we say, I am there, there is the building, there is the sky, sun is there, moon is setting, sun is racing, wind is blowing, that is that keeps coming whenever we are describing anything in this world. That isness is called existence. That is the principle, or that is one of the nature of the Atma. See, again, remember, Atma is beyond all definitions, okay? Because whenever you are defining something, you are adding conditions. Atma is beyond all these conditionings, okay? So these are all indications. You can take it as indications, okay? So that isness, that existence principle is Sat. Chit means the knowledge principle that illumines all conditioning. That awareness, we are aware, no? Something is there, something is not there, something is red, something is blue. I am there, I am not there. We are aware of this, no? That awareness is the Chit principle, okay? So existence principle, awareness, or the knowledge principle. And the third is something that we all can access, is the bliss, Ananda. All right, bliss. Bliss we experience mostly when we are in the deep sleep state. We are beyond all sorrows, all worries, all anxieties, fears. Nothing is there at that time. Even joy is not there. But there is just pure bliss. We all are very happy in the deep sleep state, isn't it? There is no reason for the happiness. That is the bliss. So, the indicators that is being used for Atma is existence principle, Sat, awareness or the knowledge principle, which is the Chit, and the bliss principle, which is the Ananda. So that's why even the causal body, Karana Sharira, and it's also called as what? Anandamaya Kosha, isn't it? When we go to that point, that is the closest that we come to experience our true self. All right. So that's why it's called the Anandamaya Kosha. All right. So as of now, we will stop with this verse. Anything that you would want me to repeat here, please let me know. Is this clear? I told you, it will get a little technical from now. So, but is this clear? All okay? Yeah, all right. Thanks for the thumbs up. Yes, great. So know that we are approaching our true nature. We are studying or getting to know more about ourselves by understanding what all we are not. And see how nice. No, we are saying, I am not this body, I am not this mind, I am not I am not the experiencer in all these three states, which means you can just take a chill pill and observe everything, our own life as a play that is unfolding, isn't it? Then we will be able to enjoy life even more. That's what we all want. Live life to the fullest, enjoy life. All these, you live only once, all these things that we say, when we come to understand more about ourselves, all this we can truly do. And that is the beauty of Vedanta. That is the beauty of self-reflection. All right. Good. So this week, what I would like you to do is, whatever experience that you're undergoing, see from which body you are experiencing this, whether it is from your gross body or your subtle body. Okay, causal body, mostly you will not be able to identify that unless until you're in deep sleep state. But mostly you can say, I am feeling angry. So then that is from the causal body. And then you will say, I'm not the causal body. So this anger is not mine. And then you will say, oh, I'm in a lot of pain. My back is aching. So that is from the gross body. The Atma is not the gross body. So the pain is not yours. And we should also apply it to all happy things also. Okay, both ends we should be able to apply. Just label it, categorize it, applying Viveka, which experiences belong to the gross body, which experiences belong to the subtle body. Just try. It's a nice experience to, just categorize it. It will immediately put a distance between the experience and ourselves so that we don't get too much of an impact. So this is the homework for this week. All right. So I'll see you all next Friday. No doubts, everybody is clear. Always feel free to reach out to me through WhatsApp if you have any questions. Okay, I'll be happy to take you through, or I will connect you with acharyas who are so much more knowledgeable and can help us resolve the doubts together. Okay, so I'll see you all next class, and next class we will be seeing more about the gross body. So gross body itself, again, a lot of new terms will be introduced and we are going to see about them in detail. All right, so with this, let's finish the class with prayers. Good. I'm now able to time the class better. I know that only this verse would have been possible today. Finish the class with a prayer. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Thank you all so much. See you next Friday. Bye. Take care of yourself.
Thank you.